Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
As Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Howell. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10, Howell. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Howell out of the shotgun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
First carry for James Conner. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Again, it's Conner. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Taken down that time by Felix Anudike Uzama. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 28-yard line.
Conner up the middle. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Josh Allen, 25 yards. And the Dolphins get the
got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to let it all loose.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Howell. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Allen's got it complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Chiefs.
Back to throw, Howell. Give him another one right back to Allen. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
It's Howell with another throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Carter, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, Connor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Connor will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. James Conner, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched the veteran James Conner put together a very solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet.
Welcome back.
I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And we'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Allen's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the man to get home for the sack.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Justin Jefferson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are growing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
McManus's point after is good, and it is 28-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And he goes out right around the 39.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the veteran Richard Sherman. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side of this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been an all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Open man left side is Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Chiefs.
Powell with one final shot. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense.